Preparation is everything. The ability to anticipate and know yourself in situation. It's the accumulated practical experience and exposure and desensitization that you inoculate yourself with over and over again until it becomes a habit. It comes up automatically. You don't have to think about it. You condition it into your being. Verbal violence doesn't stand. Fairness is non-existent. Competition, unfair, unlevel, dog down, fundamentally, what's in it for me? The greed principle. Fundamental dishonesty, forgery is the name of the game in the competition. So you have to be street smart, very realistic, but fair. All of this has to be grounded on a principle of fairness. It doesn't work without a principle of fairness. The principle of fairness is when the environment, reality, that's the reality that's out there, that holds the judgment, whether you've accomplished your end or you haven't accomplished your end, or you accomplished part of it, or what you did wrong, what you did right, your propitious moment that was or was not there. The gods lined up on your side if you believe in that. Old lady luck, if you're not prepared, if you're not on your self-supports and own self-reliance 100% of the way. But you have to be fair with it. Once the judgment's made, now listen very carefully to what I'm going to say. Once the judgment is in, and you've been found wanting, it's over. It's over. Don't say it wasn't fair. Don't say, along with Mr. Tony Bennett, when is it my chance? When is it my dance? When do the bells they ring out for me? When is it my chance? When is it my dance? You take a shot, and all you have is what you brought into the game, and you hope that's enough. And if you've got enough experience and enough game within you, and the game is fundamental dishonesty, outflanking, outsmarting, street smart, coming in on the angles. Never a straight line if you're a short, small, disenfranchised man, ugly man. You have to think of the angles. You have to come in with a lot of contingency, go to hell contingency plans. If plan A doesn't work, the hell with it. I got plan B, C, D, E, and F to back it up. And if they all fail, it was a lesson learned. The principle behind all this is I don't have to have anything. I don't have to have anything. It's as practical as that. When the decision's made to act, and in most of these decisions, that's where a lot of people who think they know but really don't know give advice. All these decisions, you don't have the time in most cases to sit back and think about it and think of the pros and the cons and the consequences and this and that, and I want to be a nice guy, and I want to be fair. I'm okay, you're okay. I win, you win. Let's compromise. Let's make a deal. That deal doesn't exist out there in a tough, hard man, the wolf to man, functioning strictly on the greed principle. What's in it for me? You get out there and you'll fight like hell for whatever you want. Under a lot of dog down competition. It's the only way. Anything else is a lie. It's bullshit. You have to get into the fight and hope what you got is enough. Or if what you got is not enough, hope you can fake the rest. But you better be a good actor. You better put up a good bluff. And you better have some intestinal fortitude. If everything goes wrong, what am I going to do now? Fairness is the biggest lie ever been told. It doesn't exist. Cover your back, yourself. Even bad sex is better than no sex. Because how else can it get better? Unless I invented it. And I like Gestalt, hard Gestalt. Talk in terms of your own experience right now. Don't talk in terms of somebody else's experience. Or if you don't have the experience to talk in terms of your own experience, then talk in terms of the fantasy of what you fantasize your experience would be like if you had the access to get into the experiment. Even though it's a fabrication, you made it up, it's a pipe dream, it's a castle in the air, still, it's your pipe dream and your castle in the air. And we can work with it. You can interrogate it, break it down, hold it prisoner and question it, interrogate the hell out of it, prosecute it. And see what you can learn. Now is real. Now is power. The past is now. The past is a creation of the now. The future doesn't exist. The future, if you're smart, and particularly if you're a small, short thrall, an ugly man, like me, bald-headed. There you have it, old man. Bald-headed. There you have it, buddy. Now, the biggest mistake an ugly man, a disenfranchised man, can make is to resolve on a future outcome. Keep the expectancies non-existent. The fight is all that matters. The contest is all that matters, and that's the contest in the now. And that will determine who you are. That will show you how good your preparation was or was not. And the result, you deserved it. If you didn't get what you want, you got what you deserved. Because you weren't prepared, you didn't anticipate properly, you didn't assert yourself when you should have, you let things slide. You slid it. Nah, I'll take care of it tomorrow. I don't want to rock the boat. Nah, let's be a good guy about this thing. I don't want they shouldn't like me. Guy with a philosophy like that, they're laughing behind your back. They're mocking you behind your back. Wake up, guy. Wake up, guy. It's a tough, cold, hard motherfucker out there. Deal with it. Or run and hide. But there ain't no hiding place. Sooner or later, and sooner rather than later, you will be exposed. There ain't enough rocks to hide under. You run out of alibis. There's not enough alibis to cover the things you are not taking care of under your own self-supports and self-reliance. Don't come to your neighbor for anything, because each has their own, and none has the time unless there's something in it for them. And you better demonstrate it, not say it. You better prove it empirically that there's something in it, something they have to gain. No woman will permit you and I, short, ugly men, in their social presence unless they have something to gain by it. You have to figure out what that is. What you have to sell is what I'm saying, compared to your TDH competitor. What can you do that sets you apart from the herd in a fight of outflanking your better appearing, more personable, more guileful competitors? And predicated on appearance, everybody beats the Quasimodo man. That's why you have to be born again hard. There shouldn't be nothing in the reality, the cold hard reality, our competitive reality out there, that you shouldn't be aware of, that you shouldn't be prepared for in your preparation. The more accurate the simulations, the more accurate the Duncan mind experiences are, the sharper and more creative and more realistic and street smart the imagination is in creating scenarios to practice in your mind and figuring out formulas, ways to take those scenarios and take them out and see if that shit will float in the Bronx. Take it out into the real world and see if that shit will float in the Bronx. And we begin from there. Put your show on the road and let's see if that shit will float. Any questions?